Hello guys, and welcome to my MAZDA RX8 channel. My name is Serge, and in today's video I am deflating my MAZDA RX8 and I'm gonna try to get it started. So I decided not to bore you guys with a huge deflating video. Instead, I have deflated it 6 times on the battery that is currently in there. It's like so, not that strong. So I decided to use up its remaining juices to deflood, and then I'm gonna put in another battery that is fully charged, that's been charging all day, and then we're gonna actually use that to start it. For the deflating procedure, here's what I did. I basically step on the gas pedal and my clutch, and then I attempt to start it for about 10 to 15 seconds. I wasn't timing myself, therefore I don't have an exact number. So between each deflating type of process, I've taken anywhere from a minute to a minute and a half, just simple break, just running around, getting things done and things of that nature. And so far I've done it 6 times, and I'm gonna do it one more time, and then I'm gonna put another battery in there, which I'm also gonna spare the details. So the next video you should be seeing after this is actually me trying to start the car with a good battery. Now, if the car does not start in this video, the plan is to go ahead and leave things as they are. Unfortunately, tomorrow is going to be a bad day. It's going to be raining, but I'm not sure if it's going to be the whole day or just sporadic or whatever. My plan is to replace the ignition coils, but the main thing I want to get done is just get rid of that cat, because if it's clogged, it's not letting me start things. So anyways guys, enjoy the video. So anyways guys, I just tried deflating it for the 7th time, but I'm gonna do it one more. And the reason I want to do it one more, I'm gonna point the camera to the alternator. I want to see if the alternator is rotating. It is dark. I don't have a buddy to try to take a look at it while I'm doing this. My kids are asleep, so is my wife. So I'm gonna put a camera on there, and you and me, we will both see what's going on if the alternator is even spinning. Hopefully it's spinning. I let it marinate all day by just spraying some PB blaster on there, you know, kind of like behind the pulley. So hopefully that worked. And earlier, just now, I went and I rotated it using a 25mm socket, just kind of clockwise, and it is rotating, but I'm not sure if it's rotating with the belt, and the starting does seem kind of weak. But anyways, first let me just try to crank it for the 8th time with the way things are, so you can see kind of what's going on, how slow the start is spinning, and then we're gonna look at the alternator, see what's going on. So anyways, here we go. I got my foot down on the gas pedal and the clutch. Alright guys, as you can see, the starting is not very lively, and that is because this battery is not fully charged now. Plus, when I was deflating it, it's been kind of getting used up. Now, one thing I will mention to you guys, again, I will actually film a whole deflating procedure if I actually do get this car flooded. I would like to get this deflating procedure done in a daytime if possible, just to make a better video. And also when I feel a little bit better, you know, insights on deflating, because I don't have a lot of experience deflating it. I think I'm doing everything correctly, but I will get a good refresher. I've got some good information from a lot of you guys, and one of the channels has responded to me. His channel is called Japanda Tuning, which is actually a really cool channel. I've been subscribed to this channel for a while, and I've looked pretty much most of his videos. Very cool guy. He knows a lot about MAZDA RX8, so he's been giving me some insights through the emails as well. So I want to make a whole educated video on that to teach you guys how to deflood it, but I would kind of like to get things like that done once I actually successfully have deflooded this car, and then I could actually post those results, because right now it hasn't been successful just yet. We're on the right track, but not just yet. So let's take a look at the alternator if it's spinning. All right, guys, here we go. Let's see, I'm gonna give it a little bit more light. There you go. Yeah, I know. I could see the smoke, guys. I don't know where the smoke is coming from just yet, but I do see some smoke. It's all gone now, so I can't really see where it's coming from. But my guess is it's coming from the starter. So I'm gonna review the footage and let's see if it's spinning. As much as I try to get this alternator kind of like unstuck and spinning, it is still stuck and it's not spinning. I'm not sure if that bolt is too tight and this is why it's not spinning, but I'm about to find out, guys. I do have a right angle and I might just see if I could just remove that bolt from the pulley or just like slightly loosen it. But I gotta get it resolved before I actually put it on the battery and then attempt to start it, because belt rotating on that pulley is not good. It is making the starter work overtime, and possibly that little smoke that we're seeing, some of it is coming from the belt. I mean, it should. It's rubbing the way that it is. Hey guys, as you've seen in the video, I have removed that bolt and I tried kind of spinning it ever so slightly. I really don't know if it did anything. I think maybe this is kind of like an internal type of problem with that alternator. I hope this worked. I've reinstalled the battery. Let's try to get it cranking. What was that? I gotta see the footage. Guys, apparently the pulley's still not spinning. Reason it was spinning a little bit faster is because it does have some why am I forgetting stuff like this now? I got some PB Blaster on the belt. This is why it's spinning slightly faster. I'm thinking, look, if I cannot get this pulley to spin, maybe I will put some PB Blaster on here and try to spin it, you know. Obviously, look how much faster it started spinning. This might just be my luck. So, I might have to remove this alternator to begin with. So if this belt slips off, it's okay. So this is gonna be a little hack. So I'm gonna spray some of this on here. Let's see. I'll just spray it on the belt. I don't care. I'm gonna spray it everywhere. I want this thing to rotate, including inside of the alternator. This is crazy. So anyways, it's been deflated completely, guys. I'm giving it extra 200 amps. Let's see what's gonna happen. It's been deflated about 10 times now, so let's just try to crank it. I know, guys, that's just way too long, but it's okay. I'm gonna give it a long rest now. So what do we have here? Smoking a little bit. That is the crap I've been telling you about, guys. It's in there. So guys, here's the plan. I'm going to let this battery rest up a little bit, and then I'm going to attempt to crank it again. I know guys, this is spinning crazy now. It's spinning crazy fast. Makes me almost wonder, what kind of starter is this really? Is this an upgraded starter? In that case, I really don't want to kill it. But gosh, how an alternator could really slow things down. So I think one of the takeaways from this is, if you're buying a project car that's been sitting for a while, check to make sure those things are moving. I know somebody just recommended this out there, and I'm not a mind reader, but why don't you just remove the belt altogether and try to start it? Maybe I should. But I think trying to get that thing lubricated like it is, that also done the trick. I'm really kind of like happy with that. And I know you could also disconnect a vacuum pump. I just haven't really tried that. I've been kind of like compensating for that extra loss of power with my thing that I roll out and I plug in my battery booster, I guess, that I could just boost things at 200 amps. By the way, speaking of that, I need to check it, make sure it's still giving a charge, make sure things are good. But you know, it was already rotating really slow. This is the same battery. It's not like I replaced the battery. Can't believe that alternator is really slowing things down like it is. I mean, it's really crazy how much it's slowing down. I do believe that if this car does start, eventually this alternator will start spinning on its own. But anyways, I'm gonna go quickly check on my power source. And here we go. I think it just now started blinking. What I try to do is sometimes like reset it. And what I like to do is give it a little boost at 40. So this is gonna do some boost charging while we're waiting. I'm gonna let the starter cool down some before I do anything else. I know I already showed this in the last video, but if you guys watching this for the first time, this has a 200 amp engine start boost, 40 amp boost, which I'm giving it now, a 6 to 2 amp charge. So I think 40 amp boost, you know, it's also boost and charging at the same time, which is good. When I actually put it on that, it's just giving an engine start. So it's working kind of like overtime, and I think right now it's just way too much for it. It doesn't seem to like that. This is why it's blinking. So I think it's kind of good to just give it 40 amps. That way, you know, it's doing something. Also, I'm going to lubricate the belt some. Never thought I'm going to be saying I'm going to be lubricating the belt. And here I am. I'm just going to lubricate it. Let's just do that. Put it all down in there. Let it spin. Gosh, this is so funny. I never done that before. I'm like lubricating the belt. I know like the first thing that would happen is this belt will like slip off if you do it to a Mercedes Sprinter van. But yeah. It is what it is. Guys, I know like you're hearing me being a little bit more chippery, but I am. The last startup, yeah, like we gotta talk about this. Like, I mean, even though I was spinning for a very long time, but you could kind of see there's something happening. It might actually start up. And I know some of you guys have been writing to me in the comment section, and this isn't a no-brainer, but I'm gonna point it out anyways, which is good that you guys are commenting that. There's no way you're gonna start the car with how slow that starter is rotating. Like, I think it was rotating at like 150, let's say like RPMs. And it's crazy. That's just not enough. It needs to be above 250. So, I mean, the only reason we know what kind of RPMs it was rotating, because I done a compression test on it. So, there we go. And another thing just came into my mind as an idea. While I'm kind of keeping this battery charged, I'm not going to be lazy. I'm going to remove a couple spark plugs. I'm just going to go ahead and remove the two, well, I removed the two lower ones last time, but I'm still going to remove the two lower ones this time. It's the two leading spark plugs. I'm going to remove them, and I'm going to use a turkey baster to give it some lubrication to my rotary. Along with that, some, I guess, gas will evaporate if there is any in there, because technically I should be doing kind of a deflot. But here's my plan, guys. Next time I'm getting ready to start, I'm gonna try spinning it with my gas pedal down, and then I'm gonna spin it maybe about for 20 seconds. And I know that's already like a long time to spin. And I'm gonna slowly start releasing it and let the car do its thing. If the car is gonna fire up right away, I'm going to increase the RPMs to about like 3.5, 4,000. I'm gonna idle like that about, you know, 4 to 5 minutes. And then I'm gonna try to slowly release the RPMs down. And I know, like, I'm saying this like it's gonna get started. I have this good feeling that it's gonna get started. Like, I'm not gonna be disappointed if it doesn't start, but like, boy, I think we're close. I mean, I think that maybe on third try, you know how they say third time's a charm. I think in the third try it's gonna start. Guys, write in the comments below how many tries is it gonna take for me to start it up, based on what you have seen so far. So right now I'm gonna put a time lapse. I'm gonna quickly go ahead and just remove a couple spark plugs and oil them up and go from there. All right, guys, everything's been done. I'll talk about it on a little break. Got my foot down on the brake, excuse me, gas pedal and clutch. Let's crank away with the deflating procedure. Now I'm gonna start slowly releasing the gas. Applying gas again. Slowly releasing it. RPM gauge slightly moved, about 2/8. I'm applying the gas pedal again. RPM is moving somewhat. I'm deflating it right now. And releasing the gas. Deflating. And let's just quit it for now before we kill the starter. Let's see the damage. We got smoke, 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 smoke. Where's all the smoke coming from? I think some of it coming from the exhaust. It seems like it wants to start. So I'm giving it 40 amps of boost. So it is smoking a little bit. Okay, interesting. It's smoking. It's really hard to tell what's going on. I'm just gonna try to record a short little video. I want to see if my alternator is spinning. This video is going to be with me deflating it as well. Okay, I'm gonna review the footage, but I'm gonna let this car rest. I'm gonna let these things rest, but man, seems like now I'm just gonna have to use my hack. Just keep watering. I'm just gonna keep lubricating my pulleys. That's getting spun. Hey, if I can't get it to spin, might as well get it to slip. A lot better. We're gonna get rid of the key for now. So anyways, guys, I guess let's talk a little bit about this. I did actually remove all of the spark, well, not all of them, I actually removed 3 of them, and I lubed up 3 of them. Why did I remove 3 of them? The first 2 lowers that I did remove, the one in the first cylinder was fine, that was easy to lube. The one on the second cylinder, the way the rotor was facing, it was kind of like impossible for me to put some oil on it. Therefore, I removed the one on top to try to accomplish that type of thing. Then I reinstalled all the spark plugs, put all my spark plug wires back, and then I applied 200 amp boost to the current type of battery. I applied lubricant to the actual belt and came in here and cranked away at it for a long time, and I could not see the timer, so I really don't know how long I've been cranking, but it felt like a minute and a half at least. And yeah, I know that's like a long time for it to crank, but guys, this is the biggest progress yet that I've made. And even though it did not start yet, which is the second try after deflooding it, it feels so close for it to actually start up. It seems like it wants to. Question is, will it? And another question is there anything else keeping it from starting? The only stuff that I haven't done just yet is actually replace these spark plugs, which seem to be new. At least they're supposed to be new, because I could see that somebody was trying to replace them, and I could see the spark plugs look good. They don't look old. Now, after removing the spark plugs, I noticed they do have fuel on them. They do smell like they got fuel on them. So they're definitely wet. Okay, there's that. Ignition coils, they appear to be new. Somebody actually was replacing them to try to get the car started. So they were replacing those ignition coils. Yeah, my cat's always inspecting stuff when I'm doing something. He got a little bit spooked for some reason. Normally he doesn't. But anyways, ignition coils should be new. But I don't know. Are they? I haven't seen a receipt of them. They look kind of fresh for 2 years, I guess. There was some old ignition coils in here that I did find, and they definitely looked old. They looked actually good. Like I'm talking about, like, they look like the good kind. You know, I don't know. Just they kind of look like that. I'm really not sure what kind they are. I really did not take a closer look at those. When I was buying a car, I looked at them and I just put them to the side. I didn't read the brand names or nothing like that. I did look, and the ignition coils are plugged in where they should be plugged in. So there's that. One of the thoughts that I just got right now in my mind is to clear the codes for the crankshaft position sensor. So I'm gonna try to do that. Most likely I got those codes. But when I'm gonna be doing that, I'm gonna have the key to the on position, which is gonna pump fuel. And I don't want that. So here's what we're gonna do. Okay, I just unplugged. I unplugged my my fuel pump. So I got my code reader right here. I'm turning things to second position. All right, let's see what it says. I mean, it was cranking kind of good. I'm sure the crankshaft position codes are going to be here, and they're here because when you keep cranking without any success, it just triggers those codes. Crankshaft position sensor and crankshaft position sensor, P0336. So let's go ahead and actually just delete those. Okay. So those codes are deleted now. So that's about all. I'm gonna go ahead and actually unplug this. Okay. Now this is not a plan, but I know it's been long enough. It's not a plan, but I think maybe I should attempt to try to start it. Or at least deflood it. Let's just deflood it for the last time. With the fuel being disconnected. The only thing is, I'm thinking is if it's gonna starting up on me, I'm gonna lose that opportunity. And that's what I don't want to do. And that's why I'm gonna take this key out so I don't by mistake pump some fuel in there. I'm going to go ahead and plug my fuel pump back in. I'm gonna just take a little break, a little breather, let the starter cool down. I don't know how long it takes for it to cool down, but obviously after cranking, for how long I've been cranking, I should like let it sit at least 10-15 minutes. It is not that hot right now, but I'm sweating. But it might be like, I don't know, 75 at least. But anyways, guys, I'm going to let things cool off. And I'll get back and we'll continue starting. All right, guys, it's third time the charm. Let's see. I got the battery giving me 200 amps of boost. I just lubricated the belt. I can't believe I'm saying that, but let's start with a deflood and see where this leads. RPM gauge is moving here and there. It's moved, moving back, slightly forward, moving again. I guess third time is not the charm. Guys, I've taken a break before starting it for the third time, approximately 2 hours. The entire time I had this battery uncharged, and as you could see, even though I have not swapped in a battery that's completely fully charged, by me lubricating that belt, it just seems like it's enough power in that battery to just continue and spinning things the way that it is. It's a little bit disappointing that it did not start on the third time. It feels that we're close enough, but I'm like wondering, what else does it need? It looked like I've done the deflood numerous times and still the same thing. You know, here's what I'm thinking, guys. Last time I've done a compression test, the starter was not rotating that good. I think I should do another compression test with the way the starter is spinning now. So tomorrow I will do another compression test. I'm not saying that right now I'm not gonna attempt to start this, because heck yeah I am. I'm gonna continue trying to get this thing started while things are moving kind of strong. The reason that I'm doing such long cranks is not because I'm trying to kill the starter. It's because I'm trying to keep it from getting deflated. Every time, you know, you try to start it with, you know, the foot off the gas, it's giving it some fuel, and then you just keep doing the same thing over and over and over, resulting in somewhat of a flood. At the same time, might not be correct to do very long cranks, but I'm thinking that there's a less likelihood of it getting it flooded. I don't know, and also I'm thinking it just has a better chance of, you know, getting it cranked. But here's what I'm gonna do each time before starting to crank it up on the 4th try. Every time I'm going to lubricate the belt. And I don't think I should, you know, keep saying that, but lubrication of the belt, and I'm gonna always put 200 amp charge. Right now there is a 40 amp of charge going on it, just to keep the battery pretty much alive and ready to go. It just seems that it is so close for the car to get started. So close. We are very close. I think closer than we ever been. So many sayings on that one. But guys, I got a good feeling about this. Even though I don't have a feeling that I'll get this car started. But at the same time, I've never been this close to get this car started. This particular one. I'm almost wondering, is there an issue with the catalytic converter? Is it stuffed up? Maybe it cannot breathe. I don't know. It's going to be kind of difficult trying to pull that catalytic converter off, because I'm at a slot angle, and you know, there's that. But I'm thinking maybe there's some advantages to that as well. Maybe. I think I could come on the right side and lift it up over there because I'm at an angle. Perhaps it's going to give me more room. I don't know, but it looks a little bit dangerous. But we will see. I think I do need to remove it. I think if I remove it, I will let the car breathe even better. Tomorrow, most likely it's not going to be a good day, which tomorrow is technically today in the morning. At some point, it's going to start raining, and it's going to start raining for 3 days. There is a hurricane coming. But I will still continue uploading videos. If I cannot do anything with the car, I'm going to re-upload some of the other videos. I'm going to re-edit some of it. Just so that they could be a little bit shorter. These particular videos, even though they're kind of long, it's more like a story, kind of like what's really going on with the car. And you could see everything that I'm going through. It's being pretty well documented. Once I do get this car started, I'm gonna take all of these videos and make a video that's maybe 30-40 minutes long. That's going to go from the time that I bought it to the time that I started, like everything that went on, just kind of like in a big summary, hopefully of success. Because I do believe this car will start. I do believe that. I think that everything that I've been doing up until this point really has helped the engine get lubricated, because it's constantly getting started. a lot better than it's been sitting. I may just need to go ahead and pull that belt off. I think I'll actually go ahead and probably get that done, probably tomorrow. Maybe even pull that alternator off. I mean, at this point, this alternator it's really doing nothing for the car. And if anything, it's just really messing up that belt. I don't even know if this belt is gonna be any good after that. But that being said, I think all the lubrication might have just helped it. Might keep it from ever cracking, you know, with all that stuff. I guess we will see. But right now, I'll leave the belt on, just in a glimmer of hope that this car does get started, that somehow that alternator is going to start spinning it. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna take a break. I'm just gonna go chill in my man cave, which is my garage, and I'll come back. I'm gonna try to get it started again. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for staying with me and for watching. Hey guys, I've taken a look at how much video I already did of the current type of situation, and it's a lot. So I kind of figured, you know what, I think I should call it a day and do some of the things that I wanted to do tomorrow. I think a good approach would be actually to record a deflood video, a proper deflood video, where I follow all the procedures as it should be, and we will see if that even will make the car start. I mean, I will first completely deflood it. If I need to crank away at 10 seconds with my foot down on the gas, I will actually do that. So I will do that about 7 times, and then we will begin trying to crank it over. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself, and see you in my next video. Bye-bye.